Hi viewers, I'm sitting with Amin Noorani from ABN Corporation. Today with Amin, we're going to discuss about the account department of each brokerage, that how important it is to keep track of all accounting and do it according to the CRA guidelines, that why accounting is equally important when it comes to real estate brokerage or even to an individual realtors. Amin bhai, how are you?
I am wonderful, Zia.
Thank you. You just came back from overseas trip, and today we are sitting for this very important topic. Today's topic is, when it comes to real estate world, when it comes to the brokerage, account is very important. Accounting is quite an important area of any brokerage. The second thing is, once we discuss brokerage, then we can go and discuss about individual realtors accounting as well. Why accounting is quite important when it comes to real estate brokerages?
I believe that accounting is important for any kind of a business, whether it is a brokerage, whether it's an individual, whether it's a self-employed, any kind of a business, the accounting is as important as any other brokerage. So let's discuss about in particular about the brokerage. Is the first of all, as I'm sure that in the past episodes you guys have discussed about the brokerage and the Realty Point brokerage. So in particularly about the Realty Point brokerage, as the Realty Point is basically is a franchise model, right?
Exactly.
The best advantage about the franchise model is that all the transaction related, all the accounting, which is very stringent from the area, is being done by the franchisor. So
Exactly.
The brokerage or the franchisee doesn't have to worry about all that accounting aspect. However, so far as individual brokerage accounting, that has to be maintained by the brokerage. And the first of all, the first thing which they have to do is the incorporation, because the brokerage is going to be incorporated, otherwise there is no sense in opening the brokerage. As you know that by opening the incorporations, the first advantage the brokerage gets is the tax rate. With the brokerage, the tax rate is only 15.5% as compared to individual realtor,
Yes.
where it is going to have his individual tax slip depending on amount of the volume what he does, right? So first of all, he has to open the first of all he has to incorporate the business. As soon as he incorporate the business, the CRA is going to assign him the business number. Now that business number is also applicable for three areas of the business.
Yes.
First of all, it is going to be the same for the HST. So whatever the actual number is going to be, at the end is going to be RT0001. Similarly, it is also going to be applicable for the payroll accounting, and that is going to be the same number, but it's going to be at the end RP0001, and for the corporation tax is going to be RC0001. So now the franchisee has to call CRA and to obtain that business number. Once he has the business number, then he has to engage the accountant, because then he has to, on a yearly basis, he has to file 3 returns. One is for HST, he has to file the HST return based on his volume. It can be monthly returns, quarterly returns,
Yes.
or the yearly returns depending on the volume.
Okay.
And the CRA is going to define in what category he is going to fall. For the payroll, obviously, then people will be working of him, maybe his family members, if they are involved in the business, then he has to also file the payroll taxes, and that is going to be on a monthly basis. The payroll deduction is going to be on a monthly basis. He has to pay the payroll taxes on the following month, before 15th of the following month.
Yeah.
He has to submit his payroll taxes to CRA, and so for that he needs the RP number as well. At the end, he also has to file the yearly tax returns, that's called T2 in the corporation tax
Yes.
returns, and that needs to be done by the accountant.
Yeah.
Also at the year end, he also has to file the T4s for the salaried employees, T4As for the subcontractors if he decides to give commission to any other office real estate agent, and also for T5 for the dividend. Because there are going to be a 3 stream of the revenue which you can derive the money from the from the company. The first is going to be from the salary, the second one is from the dividend, or the third one is going to be from the T4As if it is any subcontract is going on. So that is related to the payroll taxes. Now he has to engage the accountant, or he has to do the bookkeeping by himself. It all depends on him. Now, if he's familiar with the accounting process, maybe he can do the bookkeeping by himself, or he can engage the accountant. With the accountant, there are also two options available. One is the shoebox accounting, means he puts everything into the shoebox or whatever, he can compile all the information, and at the year end he can go to the accountant and he does that. The disadvantage on that one is that it cannot be accurate because it does not have the proper record of all the expenses which he has incurred. It is very dangerous, and the people does that because to save money.
Exactly.
The best way is to engage an accountant, engage a bookkeeper, and give him all the information on a monthly basis so he can keep a track of what the expenses are, and based on that he can file all the HST returns and everything, right? So that is, I would suggest it, right? And there are companies like my company also does the bookkeeping, and you also file the yearly tax returns, and at the end he has to file the T2, the corporation tax returns, and based on the books prepared by the bookkeeper, then the accountant has to prepare the financial statements, and the accountant has to, and basically they have to file the T2. Now with the CRA, when you have to file the T2, there is one box and it says that whether this T2 has been prepared by somebody who is who has the professional designation. And if he has that, then it is compulsory that he has to also file minimum the notice to reader or the compilation report. And for that, the advantage is basically that the CRA sees that it has been prepared by some professionals, so the chances of the audit becomes much lesser, right? So this is the formalities which he has to go through it and to complete the whole accounting process.
Thank you very much, Amin. I know there's a lot to talk about this, but I would also advise all the viewers to come and book an appointment with you one-to-one and further discuss from this point onward. One thing we can say that when it comes to Realty Point franchise, once it comes to the accountability and the account part, ABN Corporation, Amin Noorani is the official accountant for Realty Point franchise, and right from the monthly conciliation up to any accounting, like all three accounts, such as your commission account, your trust account, your journal account, head office is taking care of everything. Less headache, just explore what it's all about when it comes to franchise. We'll go on a quick break. Stay with us.